Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video. And in today's video, we are taking on the 15 stamina Moria event, and then we're going to move into the 60 stamina Kuma event. So before we jump into the Kuma event, we are going to take on the 15 stamina Moria event, because this Moria is not essential, but he is so damn good, like ridiculously good for the new 60 stamina Kuma event, as he removes attack down, paralysis, and chain coefficient reduction for 4 turns. So the event is incredibly easy. As you guys can see, you can literally just Kaido and buggy friend it, or double buggy it and bring a whole bunch of like AoE attackers. That'll all work too. But I was at work and I was pretty much just running this on auto, and I thought I'd just show how easy it is before we get into the event, as I do use this Moria on all of my teams. Again, he's not essential. You can use like the Bardo support to get around it, or you could like rely on the paralysis to not like do damage. But Kuma on stage 2 is fairly annoying, but you're about to see that. So the first team is my boy Shanks' crew. So the first team I have for you guys is led by Shanks' crew. The majority of this content should be beaten with like quick units, as they are all majority strength enemies in this particular content. Now, I don't have the Moria max just because it was just boring AF farming that event. I was doing it while I was at work for a little bit, but yeah, I just got over it. So you don't need his special maxed, but it does help quite a bit, as you can actually use it at on the second turn, and then you can actually get it back by the end of the run. But again, not overly essential, not required, just pretty helpful. So as I mentioned, the first team we have is Shanks' crew. We do verse Kuma on stage 2. He gives us paralysis for 3 turns. He gives us attack down and chain coefficient for 3 turns, but we can just remove that with Moria. Then we're going to use the switchability of Shanks, and then we can kill Kuma. Unfortunately, Kuma does have a counter mechanic, so you do need to be careful, and that counter is a lot of damage, so it will pretty much kill you, even like with single taps. So just be mindful of that. You do really want to get around this particular stage smoothly. And the easiest way to do that is just to literally bring the new Moria that's out. When we hit stage 3, it's just a bunch of fodder units. You can use these guys to stall. Not overly tough to take out. Just use them for stalling if you need for your specials. And then once you've done your stalling, you can move on. This team actually has the Chopper Man missions as well. There is a Chopper Man mission to bring a Luffy and a Moria. You get like 5 gems for each, and like a whole bunch of like tome sockets. So definitely worthwhile satisfying that to get you free gems. On stage 4, we verse Kuma again. He's going to put up 3 turns of Rainbow Shield, and he's going to bind us for 5 turns. So with sockets, that goes down to 2. Robbie is really, really good for this particular stage. But with this team, we are just going to stall it out. We do have Halloween Ace on our Luffy unit, so we can remove the bind, but with the damage reduction of Shanks, we can just stall out the Rainbow Shield. After the first turn, Kuma is going to blow away one of your captains. Fairly annoying, but nothing too like tricky to get around. Shanks' crew just has so much damage reduction that you just don't have to worry too much about taking those hits. And once we get to the final stage, Kuma just sort of does like a big HP cut. He doesn't really like scare us too much. We are going to make sure that we have enough damage to take out this particular Kuma though, so we do want to use our Shanks' crew special, and that way we just have plenty of damage to take out Kuma on stage 4. The switchability of Shanks is going to help us out quite a bit too, as we get the attack buff as well. Super handy. Moving into the final stage against Kuma now, he gives us like a 10-turn burn, and then he gives you like 9 turns of attack down, so it's like 8 turns of each when you like after he's finishing all these preemptives. He does turn into a strength unit, as I mentioned, and then he rolls back our specials for 2 turns. He then gives us the 2 specials only debuff, which is fairly annoying, but using Kaku, we can actually remove 5 turns of the attack down, and then we can use Cracker, because of Cracker's amazing Sailor support. He gets a cooldown, so Cracker's going to give us 2 turns of color affinity and a chain boost. The chain boost doesn't really matter, but with that, we can then just stall out that turn. So then we can use the switchability of our Shanks' crew. We can use the special of Shanks' crew to get the 3.5 times chain lock. And then we can use Luffy to remove the rest of the attack down and give us an ore boost. Then we can just wipe Kuma like easy claps. Don't even have to worry about the burn, because once Kuma dies, he doesn't res or anything like that. So the burn doesn't mean anything. There you guys go. So that was the Shanks' crew team. Getting it done, as always. And there we have the new Kuma unit. He's actually pretty decent, especially for Sugar. Like, he gives 2 times color affinity for characters under 40 or under cost. You get 5 gems for beating it with the Luffy unit, and then you get, I think, another 5 gems for beating it with Moria. And then you get a whole bunch of the specific tome books as well. So make sure you guys get it done with a Luffy and bring that Moria. Definitely recommend farming that Moria up, then bringing him along, as he's just going to make life a lot easier. On to the next team now. We have a Sugar and Smoker team with full free-to-play subs. So this particular content is sort of built for Smoker, as Smoker's special can give us the immunity to attack down and to burn, which is super, super handy. I'm not the biggest fan of Smoker myself. I'm very, very happy I pulled Sugar. Check out that Sugofest video. I'll link it in the description below. Caution headphone users. I was at work and forgot to change the audio, so I do apologize for that, whoever's watched that video. But in saying that, we have a Sugar team with full free-to-play subs. Now, on this team, we do satisfy the Luffy and Moria requirements again. We have Treasure Map Luffy. We have the Event Moria. We have Treasure Map Vivi, and we have Treasure Map Orobi. And then we've got the Sugar as our leader and Smoker for the friend. If you guys have Smoker, obviously just bring your Smoker and then bring a friend Sugar. But this team actually did it ridiculously well, like ridiculously easy. On stage 2 against Kuma, we are going to use our Moria special again, and then we can use a Vivi special to give us an attack buff. That is going to help us take out Kuma on this stage, and it's also going to trigger Smoker's super typing. We're going to use Smoker's super typing fairly early as well, just so we can actually just get more damage against strength units. Having that super type isn't essential, but it's it just gives us more damage, and it's like, well, why not, right? It will extend our attack buff as well into the next stage, which again isn't essential, but it's nice to have, I guess. Don't really need it at the end anyway. Like, super type sort of extends for the entire duration of the fight, so may as well use it now and just get the extra damage as we make our way through. Stage 3, again, you can use this stage to stall. With this team, we don't really need any more stalling. So we're just going to wipe out what's in front of us, as we don't need the attack down and burn removal at the end anyway. Now, Smoker unfortunately only boosts quick units, so Vivi's not getting a buff on this team, but she's just here for the attack boost. I couldn't really think of any other quick unit, but now that I'm looking at it, you could probably bring like free-to-play Enel, probably better. But this team just has so much damage, it didn't even really matter. So against Kuma on stage 4, we're going to use a Robin special, or Orobi special. She's going to remove the bind and the rainbow shield, and then we can use our Smoker special to give us the immunity and give us an attack buff to our blue units. That is going to really, really help us out on this particular stage to take out Kuma, as this Kuma is actually a bit of finicky. If you don't kill him, or if you get him below 50% HP, he actually blows away one of your units for good, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. So now that we've got the, I think, is it 2 times attack boost with Smoker? It might be 2.25. Let me know in the comment section below. I honestly, like, don't really care too much about Smoker. I know he's amazing for Rumble, and like that's probably the only reason why I want him, but I'll let him come to me. I'm not going to go chasing him. So as you guys can see there, we had so much damage against Kuma. We are immune to the burn, so we don't get the burn at the end of turn. And now that we moved into the final stage, we're not going to get the attack down either, which is excellent. Unfortunately, he still rolls our specials back, and he still gives us block orbs, so we're just going to take a turn to remove them. On the second turn, actually, I forgot to mention, he gives us a like huge HP cut. Don't stress too much, because like you're not going to die, so it's all good. Then we can use our Sugar special, and we can use our Vivi special. Make sure you use the Vivi special first. That way you get an attack buff for your entire crew. And then we can use our Sugar special to turn everyone into toys. This special looks so good too, by the way. Like that, the art of Usopp just makes me laugh so much every time I see it. Like, it's just so good. So we're going to turn everyone into bears. Everyone's now bears. And because we got bears on the crew, we can use Sugar's super typing, which is going to give every character with a cost of 40 or less a orb boost, which is great. So then we can just like single tap with Sugar and just let the bears do the rest. Sugar's so good, man. Like, so good. On to the next team now. We have a double Sobermask team. Now, this team was actually, like, really good. Sobermask is actually amazing for this content because his jump mechanic is just low-key MVP. On this team, we have Shirasheri and Komurasaki. So we are rocking 2 legends on this team. Shirasheri is really good for this content as she removes attack down and burn for 10 turns. Well, you could select the 2 debuffs, and obviously we're going to select those 2 debuffs, as there's not too many units in the game that can remove 10 turns of attack down. Now that I've actually finished my runs, I totally forgot about Treasure Map Edward Weevil. It actually just came to me when I was looking at the last team because we had so many Treasure Map units on there. I thought, man, Treasure Map Weevil removes like 20 turns of attack down. Like, what? Why didn't I? What? Just stump. Don't worry about it. So, on this particular team, we have those 2 legends. We have the Mori again, and we actually have Iron on this team. Now, Iron is going to remove the Bind and the Rainbow Shield, and I actually stuffed this run up. Well, I don't stuff this run up. I just don't stall enough and still managed to get it done. So, as you guys saw there, we used the jump mechanic of Sanji there to ignore the paralysis. On this team, too, you don't actually need Moria. I just sort of brought Moria because I thought I needed him, but you don't, which is great. So you can replace Moria with anyone you like. He's got like massive stat buff though, so like if you have finished him, like bring him, I guess. You can still use him on that particular stage as well, but on this stage here, you want to stall to make sure you can get Sanji's jump mechanic, and you do want to have Sanji's jump moving into the next stage. Now, I totally spaced it, and I just saw my specials were done and thought, hey, I'm just going to move on. But I totally forgot about Sanji's jump, or Sobermask jump, so I didn't stall that enough. So the idea here is you want to use Ain to remove the bind, and to remove the 2 turns of Rainbow Shield. And then you can jump with your Sobermask to avoid your captain being blown away. You could also use Iron Special again here if you really wanted to. That way you could remove the extra turn of Rainbow Shield. You could do it that way as well, as Iron isn't overly essential later, but you can use her again for her damage reduction. So because I didn't really run this the way I sort of wanted to in my head, we do have to stall out the next 2 turns to get our Sobermask captain back. So I'm going to use Iron here to tank another shot from Kuma. Again, not overly essential as he can't really kill you. And moving into the final stage, you don't have to worry about your HP, as you do just get a HP cut after the first turn. Now that Sobermask is back, we are going to use the Sobermask special. That's the way we're going to get a full board of orbs. We're going to get an attack buff, and then we can use the jump. We may as well use the jump of Sanji here to make sure we can take out Kuma nice and easily. The extra damage that Sanji's jump does is just so good. The tap timing bonus on top of that, I think it's like a mil. Is it like a mil, or is it like... It might be higher. I'm not sure. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's around a mil. That was just because we had color affinity there. Moving into the final stage against Kuma. Kuma's going to roll our specials back. That Zoro is not essential. Like, I sort of just like threw this team together, like being like, oh yeah, this should work. And funny enough, it did. So we are going to just hit a few goods, get rid of those block orbs on turn 1, as we don't have anyone to roll our specials forward. But on turn 2, we are going to use the Shirasheri special. That is going to give us a full heal, as well as remove 2 debuffs of our choice. We are going to get a full board of orbs too, which is... It is what it is, because it's not going to matter the next turn. But it's very handy getting that full heal. And now we can remove the burn and the attack down. So we can just hit some perfects here, use those orbs that we got, just to do a little bit of damage on Kuma here. After the second turn, Kuma's going to do a 20% damage, like HP cut, and he's going to give you a full board of block orbs. So on this turn, we're going to use Komurasaki special, and then we're going to use our Sobermask special. If we use Komurasaki first, we can get the attack and orb boost to our quick and our int units, and then with Sober Mask, we can get a full board of TND orbs for his 4.25 captain ability, and with that, we have enough damage to take out Kuma. Now, the next team I have for you guys, I wouldn't overly recommend, but it does clear it, and it does clear it quite well. Now, we do have Moria again on this team, and we are rocking Mihawk and Perona. Mihawk and Perona are basically replaceable with anyone that just can rotate block orbs. I imagine Cracker would work great too, but the reason I bought Mihawk Perona is because you can use the support of V1 Zoro to give you a 2.5 times chain lock. This team we have Usohachi to roll our specials forward by 1 turn on the final stage, and then we have the Rare Recruit Marco. Rare Recruit Marco is really good. Moves attack down by 5 turns. Gives us damage reduction for 90% because we have more than 3 quick units, and gives us a chain boost, which is pretty nice. Honestly, it's pretty nice. Then we have the monster that is Super Type Luffy, and on stage 2 here we are going to use the Super Typing of Luffy to make sure we can take out Kuma, as well as the Moria special to remove all those debuffs. Mihawk Perona switch ability is quite handy too because we can get healing every single turn as well. But unfortunately, they are one of the only units that isn't buffed by the ship. We are using this. Kuma does that big HP cut at the end, and we get like a 1.6 times multiplier, I'm pretty sure, at the end. For our Fighter, Free Spirit, and Powerhouse units, which this entire team, besides Mihawk Perona, is. So again, on stage 3, we're just going to take our time here to stall out, get all our specials, make sure that we have everything ready for when we move into stage 4. As we are going to need the Moria special once again. Moria, especially if you have him max, is just really, really good at having like double special, I guess. Mainly because he has such a low cooldown. It's something like 9 turns, I'm pretty sure, when it's maxed. So you can drop that twice just fairly easily, especially because they do give you quite a bit of stall on stage 3, and when you move into stage 4 you actually have an interrupt, so that gives you an extra turn as well. But make sure you have Moria's special maxed by the time that you kill Kuma on the next stage, so you can move into this stage when it's on a 2-turn cooldown. That way you get the 1-turn cooldown here for the interrupt, and then you can get 1 extra turn for the actual attack. Now, we have Halloween Ace on this Kuma special. Sorry, on the... Well, what am I saying? On Snake Man. Now, that's not essential, as I just realized I didn't have anyone that could remove the Rainbow Shield on this team. So we do have to stall out a little bit more on Kuma. So if you have Moria special a little bit higher than what you would like, you can take a little bit of time here to stall out on Kuma. Using the switch ability of Mihawk Perona is going to give you a little bit of healing as well, which is quite nice. And you don't have to really worry about taking too much damage from Kuma anyway. Once you get your captain back, you can use one of your Snake Man specials and take out Kuma. Massive 2.5 times orb boost with Snake Man. Usohachi triggers the super typing of Luffy as well, so he's just hands down one of the best rare recruits in the entire game, Usohachi. Easily. On to the final stage once again. We are going to take 2 turns like most of the other teams did as well. We're going to use Usohachi here to give us our cooldowns. And then we're going to use our Moria special to remove the some of the attack down. Then we just want to get rid of these block orbs. We're going to take a turn here. That way we can just remove the block orbs moving into the next turn, so we can get our, not our specials back, but the debuff, so we can use more specials. The two specials only debuff is actually ridiculously annoying, and because it's for 99 turns, there's no real way around it, so fairly annoying, but it is what it is. On the second turn, we're going to switch with Mihawk Perona for a little bit of healing, and then we can actually use our Marco special. Marco is going to remove the rest of the attack down and give us a 90% damage reduction, which works really, really well, as we do want to take another shot, or we are going to take another shot from Kuma. On the third turn again, we're going to take another damage, 20% damage cut, and we're going to get a full board of block orbs. This is where Mihawk Prone is super handy, as we can use their special. That's going to give us a full board of orbs, and then with Zoro, we can get a 2.5 times chain lock. Then we can use our Luffy's special and the super typing to get a 2.5 times orb boost and a 2 times attack boost. So super type Luffy just absolutely monsters this particular stage himself, as he gives us majority of the attack, all the attacking power really. And then Mihawk Prone is just sort of here for orb manipulation and the chain lock with the amazing support of V1 Zoro. So there you go, guys. That also satisfies the Luffy and the Moria requirements as well. So if you guys don't have any of the quick types and you're looking for another team, that team works quite well. Moving into the final team now. This is the team that I will most likely be using to farm it, especially if I can't find Smoker friends. Actually, a V3 Kuzen and Sugar hybrid team. Using V3 Kuzen as your leader actually works a little bit better, but I didn't have any Sugar friends at the time, so I braved my own Sugar and I had a friend V3 Kuzen. Once again, we are using Moria, we are using Orobi, we are using Rare Recruit Kaku, and we have Legend Cracker on this team. The reason using your own V3 Akainu and a friend's Sugar is better is because you get the full effect of what's his name? Cracker. You get the attack, the chain boost, and I'm pretty sure that stacks with Sugar's special ability. I'm pretty sure it does anyway. If it doesn't, then it's much better bringing Sugar and bringing a friend Kuzen. Let me know in the comment section below if it doesn't stack, but I'm pretty sure it does, because I swear it's just like a passive, but it might not. It might counteract that, but I guess we'll find out. So Kuzen and Sugar actually work really well together, as Kuzen has a chain multiplier as his captain ability, quite a large one too, and then because of the 0.7 buff that the toys get, makes them hit really hard, like really hard. Once again, we had Moria to remove the defects on stage 2, and then we can use this stage 3 to stall out to get Moria's special back, as well as Orobi's special as well. Alright guys, so now that we've finished our stalling, we can move on to the next stage against Kuma. We are going to use our Orobi special to remove the Bind and the Rainbow Shield here. And then we can actually use our friend V3 Kuzen to give us an Orb Boost and a Color Affinity. His special is easily the best thing about him. He's normally used as a super sub, but being this piece of content being majority strength, he works really well. Partnering up with Sugar as a hybrid is just really like, it just adds another dimension to Kuzen, provided you don't get chain locked, of course, because of the 0.7 boost the bears get and his amazing captain ability of multiplying the chain. It just works really well. He has such a high chain multiplier that it works wonders. So against the final stage, we are going to use our Kaku special again, like we did in the Shanks crew team. Then we can use our Crackers special to give us a full board of orbs and color affinity. That's the big reason the big thing we want from Cracker is just the color affinity as well as the orbs. We can single tap with Sugar, that way we keep the orbs for our bears. Then we can use our Moria special to remove the rest of the attack down. You can use Sugar to turn everyone into bears, and then we can use her super typing to obviously make our bears hit a lot harder, as well as get an orb boost as well, as we have a full board of orbs from Cracker. I love that super typing too. You see the little bears there like, let's go, Sugar! And with that, we can just tap with Sugar and just let the bears do the rest. So there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to stay up to date with more OPTC content I post, hit the big red subscribe button too. Let me know how you guys went in the Sugofest 2 in the comment section below. If you guys pulled the new quick super types, let me know how you guys are going with this content, what teams you guys are using. But in saying that, guys, most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, guys, I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Lights!